Now
we're
on
gonna actually move on to some news.
Definitely some Spider-Man news.
A lot of that.
A couple of Spider-Man topics. First one being the confirmation and announcement that Nicolas Cage will reprise his role as Spider-Man Noir, or maybe not. He's been at least cast in the show called Spider-Man Noir.
Yes.
Now
there's Sorry, go on.
Sure.
Go on.
So the reason I say that is there was a point where like a synopsis came out about the show, or like a detail about what the plot was gonna be, and it was confirmed that it wasn't going to follow Peter Parker in this story. Which, like, to me, if you're getting Nicolas Cage, I think you've rerouted what that plan was and are now focusing on Peter Parker. But if that's not the case and you've still cast Nicolas Cage, I think you're just going to confuse like the entire world, and including myself, because I have no idea what this show is supposed to be. But I'm hoping it's a spinoff of what we got in Spider-Verse. That's, I think, what we're all hoping for.
I think even if it's not the same character from those animated movies, and we're just like, this is the character, but
that it's based on. Like, I would be okay with that, right? And it's still like Peter. He was Peter Parker, right?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
But I think, first of all, are we saying there's skepticism if he will be playing the character,
the same character, right? Like okay. It might not focus on Spider-Man at all, you know.
I think it is, because it says in Variety, Cage previously played Spider-Man Noir in the Academy Award-winning animated film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This will be the first time the character has been portrayed in a live-action project, and it says, quote, Noir will tell the story of an aging and down on his luck private investigator, Cage, in 1930s New York, who is forced to grapple with his past life as the city's one and only superhero.
Okay, so it's just not Peter Parker who's Spider-Man. It's a different Spider-Man, which is fine.
Well, he is Spider-Man.
Right, but he's not Peter Parker, you know.
I don't know.
Well, I guess we don't know. It just said he's Cage, right?
Nicolas Cage, yes.
Oh, I thought, my bad. I blanked. I thought you were saying like the character's name was Cage.
No. Nicolas Cage is the one and only superhero who is now a private detective in the 1930s.
Good. It sounds like they've rerouted that storyline. It seems like this is Amazon, right? That's doing this one too.
Yeah, Amazon, and then MGM, which I don't know about this MGM Plus. I don't know if that's like a new division that they're doing.
Streaming service.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be like of the same quality of Amazon shows. But if it is, I don't know how you necessarily do this show. I'm very intrigued to how what the tone is going to be. But minus Rings of Power, I think.
But even with Rings of Power, you can point to positives in that and say every Amazon show they've made. Well, maybe not every, but like all the big ones feel like incredibly well produced and feel quality, right?
Right.
It's just a story that kind of falls flat, right?
Right. So I mean, like, Rings of Power aside, even that has its pluses.
Right.
I think like there's a lot of goodwill on Amazon's part to or at least Amazon Studios to make this probably look really great.
Absolutely.
I like the idea that it is going to be. There's no doubt in my mind that this is black and white, by the way.
For sure.
I feel like it has to be black and white, which is going to be I think it'll be cool.
I love that.
I just don't know how. I don't know if they go serious with it or if they add a bit of
My theory is that they go
into it.
They go like full on detective noir genre, but they they allow Nicolas Cage to be, you know, as comedic as he was in Spider-Verse, you know, where he and maybe the comedic parts of that movie was just him being like a fish out of water and like kind of acting in that way. You know, I don't honestly remember like the jokes he was making.
He was just like serious all the time.
Right. So I do think there will be a bit of comedy. I just don't know if it will be like in your face comedy, like, you know, the MCU has been, or like Spider-Man can be, you know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, but so yeah, aside from like, I have no idea how they do the tone. I think I like this idea. I like Nicolas Cage. I think a 19 like this is an interesting Spider-Man story. I would be intrigued to see what 1930s Spider-Man villains would look like. I don't know if they do new villains, but they
could do new villains. Yeah,
they could do new villains, which would be fun. But and maybe it's what they should do. But one idea, if you wanted to keep it more quote unquote grounded, but like, okay, by the way, I think it can't just be super serious because it's Spider-Man.
No, it won't be.
With like a fedora and a trench coat on.
It'll be mostly serious, but like Spider-Man being the comedic, you know, like effect.
Yeah. So, but like if you did a Kingpin or a Tombstone,
but you know what would kind of be perfect for like a black and white, you know, maybe not themed, but you know, a styled show would be like Mr. Negative. I think that could be very interesting to play with that black and white. I know, but like this still like to play with things like stylistically, visually, I think that would be fun.
Yeah. But don't you feel like Mr. Negative is like somebody that you would primarily want to keep for like Miles Morales? Like that's like
at this point, sure. I feel you. I do. And I think we've gotten too much of Mr. Negative recently with both Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, the video game. So I don't necessarily need him, but I think that would be the like stylistically, I think it'd be the most fun to watch for this at least black and white show. But yeah, no, I think you're also right. Like keeping it grounded would really help it, like really keep it a detective noir series, you know?
Yeah, but like if he's going to don like the Spider-Man outfit and have a trench coat and like a 1930s hat, like there's no way that you actually can set the tone as like serious. Like it has to have a bit of like that, like almost like Fallout, like it's like we're not. I don't feel like it can be super. I think like make parts of it serious to like be invested and take the world seriously, but like you know, make it have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously. Like
for sure. Yeah.
Like if we want to like say like if he gets shot, make it be like this is horrible. I've just been shot and I'm dying, and it's like gruesome, but also like I don't know, just make it ridiculous, like it like The Boys kind of does, you know?
Sure. I know what you mean. Yeah.